jury. This man, Joe Farmer, who's been charged with speciesism against this chicken who resides on his farm.
My client has done nothing negligent in care of his chicken. It has free range access to grass and insects, it has clean water available at all times, it has a warm barn that keeps it safe from predators, and
Objection. Your Honor, please instruct the defense counsel not to refer to the chicken as it, or refer to her as the property of Joe Farmer. The chicken may be a non-human being, but her feelings are not to be discounted. The accused is treated as non-human with disrespect, as I will prove to you.
Defense counsel, please refrain from use of the word it as it applies to the chicken.
yes, Your Honor, but she actually is his chicken. She hatched on his farm, he's cared and provided for her since she was a chick, and
Exactly. She is like an adopted child living in Joe Farmer's care, and he's treating her like a slave. The United Nations has stated some basic rights for a child. Deserves from its caregivers. Farmer Joe is not meeting these requirements.
but she's not a child, she's a chicken. The United Nations Declaration of the Rights of the Child, by its definition, is for human children, not for farm animals.
The Declaration of the Rights of the Child states that a child is entitled to certain rights, regardless of race, color, sex, religion, birth, or other status. This non-human chicken is a sentient being whose species should not be held against her.
There is no mention of animals in that document.
I believe it's quite clear that where it refers to other status, it certainly encompasses my client. She's also entitled to a name and nationality. My client is a Buff Orpington chicken. Her ancestors trace back to Orpington, England. Yet nothing is being done on Joe Farmer's farm to celebrate her nationality or lineage.
What would you suggest? That he hangs a picture of the Queen on the chicken house wall?
Certainly not. She should not be living in the chicken house at all. As part of Joe Farmer's family, she should share his house and be free to come and go as she pleases. That's in order to meet her right to affection, love, understanding, and adequate housing.
So I suppose Joe Farmer would have chicken shoes every morning to make sure there weren't any eggs inside? I can't even begin to entertain this foolish notion.
Now that you bring up entertainment, that's my next point where this chicken is being inflicted. The Declaration of the Rights of the Child entitles a child to the right for play and recreation, as well as the right to an education so she can develop her individual abilities and to help her become a useful member of society.
She already is useful. She lays eggs.
Eggs that Farmer Joe steals from her. She's being exploited. Those eggs are the property of the chicken herself. And she is entitled to keep them if she wishes, or to gain from the profit of the sale of them in a way that will bring her freedom and dignity.
Oh, by all that's holy.
Which brings me to my next point. Joe Farmer haunts and sings church hymns while he's doing his chores around the farm. That clearly violates this chicken's rights to pursue her own religion. He has no right to force his beliefs on her like that.
As I have recited, any witnesses to call or any further points to discuss. Joe Farmer, do you have any comments?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Milby has anything else to add? You may move to your summations. Mr. Crown Counsel, you may begin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as we've seen here today, there is a violation of the basic rights of personhood taking place. At one time, people allowed slavery, yet brave people spoke out and stopped it. Women used to be treated as mere property and weren't considered persons under the law. That too has come to an end with new thinking. Discrimination based on species is no different. And this old-fashioned, closed-minded bigotry needs to come to an end. And humans need to be made to realize that we are in no way superior to the other animals.
Defense counsel, now you may step up.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this case against my client is flawed at its very core. It is poor logic to attempt to equate human-animal relationships with issues like slavery or women's liberation, since slaves and women are deserving of human rights since they're actually humans. Humans alone are created in God's image and given dominion over all the earth, including the animals on it. Unlike animals, we aren't ruled by instinct in our choice of home or behavior. Mankind has free will and the ability to worship God who created us. Humans are indeed superior to other species. There is no such thing as a charge of speciesism.